WXII 12 News at 6 starts right now.
Right now, the Davie County Sheriff's Office says deputies are searching for a suspect involved in a chase that began in Forsyth County. Last night, deputies learned that troopers were chasing a black Chrysler 300 on Highway 158 from Forsyth County. Deputies set up spike strips at Highway 158 and Foster Dairy Road where the suspect's car actually hit. The suspect pulled over onto Donry Lane and then just ran off. Deputies were able to detain 2 passengers. Their identities are not being released at this time. And keeping it in Davie County, a man is in custody tonight accused of breaking into a showcase home. On April 2nd, deputies responded to Clayton Homes on Blaze Church Road in Moxville. Witnesses told the sheriff's office they saw a man leaving one of the showcase homes heading toward the TA truck stop. Shortly after that, K-9 Smoke found clothing belonging to the suspect. Deputies then found and arrested Robert Hastings. He's facing a charge of breaking and entering and is due in court next month. And authorities in Rockingham County are asking for your help finding this missing woman. Lori Bonds Plummer was last seen in Stoneville walking into a wooded area near Peckstyle Plant Road yesterday around 5:30 p.m. She was last seen wearing black pants, a gray hoodie, and sneakers. Plummer is believed to not be carrying a cell phone. The sheriff's office says it's using drones and canines to assist with the search efforts, and anyone who sees her is asked to call 911. Greensboro police are investigating an overnight shooting at a nightclub. This happened shortly after 1 a.m. at Club Orion on West Market Street. Police say one person was hurt. They were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Still no word about a possible suspect in this case. And today we learned more details about the missing U.S. service member that President Donald Trump says has been rescued from the mountains of Iran. A senior Trump administration official says the rescue was a joint operation between the U.S. military and the CIA. It involved the intelligence agency spreading false reports that the second pilot had already been rescued while the mission was being planned. According to President Trump, the airman, a colonel, was injured but not critically. This is not the first time that President Trump has leveraged strikes against Iran. And back in March, Trump threatened to strike Iran's power plants. But on March 26th, he gave Iran 10 days to make a deal and open up the Strait of Hormuz, which is a critical shipping lane for oil and natural gas. An attack on civilian infrastructure can be considered a war crime under international law. Crude oil prices have been surging as the conflict in the Middle East continues and the Strait of Hormuz remains closed. And for the first time in 4 years, the national average has surpassed $4 a gallon. That's according to AAA. Right now, the national average is 86 cents higher than it was just a month ago and 85 cents higher than it was this same time last year. In North Carolina, the current average is $3.93. That's 89 cents higher than it was a month ago and nearly $1 above what it was during the same time last year. All right, let's take a look at the forecast. We got through some rain and storms earlier today, Lainey, and I know the sun was trying to come out. What can we expect tonight?
Well, we do have clearing skies as we head out there tonight, but there's a little bit of leftover rain still over parts of Randolph as well as Alamance County, but that'll be moving off to the east. You can see the cloud thinning across the area. Got some much needed rain. A lot of folks seeing 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch. Let's go to the maps and we'll show you what we've got as we move forward. Again, wet weather across the eastern part of the triad right now. Lots of folks seeing at least some measurable rain, most of it on the order of 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch, but some higher totals there, closer to an inch in parts of Randolph and southern Alamance County. That front is coming in. That's going to bring in some changes. That means it's not nearly as warm heading into this week. Storm chances are down to the east. Things will quiet down for us. There is some cool air on the other side of that front, which means our highs will only be in the 60s tomorrow. Morning lows in the 40s with a cool northwest wind. In the foothills, a high of 67 tomorrow, 41 chilly degrees in the morning, mostly sunny to partly cloudy, and in the mountains you'll be in the 30s tomorrow morning with a high of 58 degrees. Also that cool breeze. Here's a look at the work week forecast. It is cold enough that we may see some frost around in the triad by early Wednesday morning. These temperatures are closer to normal than what we saw last week, but we are back into the 80s by the weekend.
Lainey, thank you. That's going to do it for us here on WXII 12 News at 6. Thanks for joining us. We're back in just a few minutes over on the Triad CW. We'll see you there.